All right. So, welcome, Jay. Jay Black with EXP.
Thanks, Jack. Good to be here again.
Good. I'm glad to have you back.
Yeah.
The Jack Manning show. But yeah, so we just wanted to record this conversation. It's him asking questions about that new California Dream for All program, and everybody's asking about it. It's all over the internet and
all over social media.
We should show everybody the ins and outs.
Yeah, it's just exploded, and so everybody's asking questions like, "Hey, I heard about this thing." It's like, oh, okay, yep. So let's. I figured we figured we could get some questions answered and just go to the people who really know what's going on. So
yeah, I'm over. I've had 4 TikToks sent to me in the past maybe half hour, actually about this. So let's answer it and not be on TikTok.
Good deal.
Cool.
Good plan.
Well, let's get started, Jay. What's on your mind?
All right. So this California Dream for All program. Can you just give us a couple bullet point kind of rundown about exactly what it is? I mean, we understand it's down payment assistance, right? That's what's all over the place, but kind of like what are some of the ins and outs?
Yeah, so the Dream for All is just a new program Cal HFA does. Cal HFA is the California Housing Finance Authority. What it is 20% shared appreciation as a maximum. You can do less than that. You can't do more, but you can do up to 20. California will give you 20% towards your closing costs, your down payment, but they're going to take 20% equity in your home if that's the amount you take. So when you sell, do a cash out refinance or do your second. So you can do one, but by the time you do your second rate and term or rate lowering refinance, then they'll have that come due. But that's just a general kind of idea of the program. It's a conventional deal otherwise and pretty straightforward.
Okay. The fact that it's conventional is nice, right? It lowers PMI and all of that stuff. So, so you're saying they essentially become 20% or whatever percentage it is, they become a percentage owner of the property, essentially.
Yep, 100%.
Okay. So that's great to get people into a house, but not necessarily great if you want all the appreciation, right? So but it's still a better alternative than renting in most cases. Right? Because you will still be building the rest of the equity. Okay, cool. So, are there ways, or like what are the kind of criteria to qualify? There's been a couple of things thrown out there, right, as far as income limits and all of that stuff. So, what are some of those criteria that, like the basic criteria that you have to meet to qualify for this Dream for All program?
Yeah. So what it is a conventional deal with a couple stipulations. It's a 700 FICO is the minimum. Most down payment assistance are actually higher than that. So it's nice to see something 700 and above. And that's for a higher DTI. So you can go up to 50% rather than the traditional stuff.
Okay.
Otherwise, income limits, I believe Monterey is 178,000 is the conventional limit there. And
is that all parties that are going to be on the loan?
Yep. All parties on the loan, which is nice if you have, let's say, one spouse that earns a bunch of the income, and they're the only one that's a first-time home buyer. They can be the one to buy, qualify, and do that all on their own. It doesn't affect the whole household.
All right. So we've got income limits, and then let's see. There was the credit score. What was there anything else?
I mean, otherwise it's traditional with conventional. There's some stuff you can do with W-2, self-employed, but we follow the same guidelines as your traditional loan would go.
All right. Oh, you said something about first-time home buyer. What are the qualifications to be a first-time home buyer? Does that mean if somebody's owned a home before, they can't use this program, even if they, like, what is first-time home buyer?
Yeah, so first-time home buyer in this case is you haven't owned a home in the past 3 years. It can be you sold something, really anything. You could have been taken off your mom's house on title. You have 3 years from that date when you're a first-time home buyer again for pretty much all programs, including this one.
Okay, great. So then the last kind of question I would have is, you mentioned a few ways that you have to pay them back. One is cash out refinance. One was the second rate refinance. And then the last one is if you sell the home. So is there a way you know of to pay off that, like whatever they've taken other than those three? Because I mean, that's a big part of your equity, right? Maybe you get into a better financial situation, you want to pay them off so they're not still hogging all this equity in your home. Is there a way to pay the state off earlier?
Yeah, usually it would just be through a refinance is the best
Okay.
way to do it. Especially say you get into a better scenario, right? You get a better job or you become a banker at Goldman Sachs and make $1 million a year.
Sure.
You're not going to qualify anymore. So something like that where you do another, let's say, rate and term refinance just to lower your rate, that's going to come due. So you can refinance the whole thing as a debt consolidation loan, actually, is how that would go.
Okay. Awesome. Well, that's, I mean, that makes a lot of sense, right? You want to get them out of your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, just refinance. Okay.
Yep,
That's
exactly.
a quick and easy way to do it.
Mhm.
Is there anything I'm forgetting? Any other questions that we should know the answers to that I'm not asking?
Yeah, actually, there's one. So just with this 20%, assuming you take 20, it's zero interest and zero payment. You don't have to pay on it while you have that loan until it comes due all at once for whatever circumstance. But there is no payment until that date.
That's awesome for a lot of people. That's really gonna open up a lot of avenues for people that otherwise wouldn't have been able to get themselves into a home. So that's incredible. This is a great program they've started. I think it is gonna jump demand a little bit, but it's gonna be really good for a lot of people. So awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks for explaining all of this. Do you have anything else that we should talk about as far as that goes, or just any kind of general market updates as far as what rates are doing or anything else?
Yeah, actually. So this program is limited to 300 million for funding.
Okay.
With 300 million, if we kind of take an assumption that most people are going to take, let's say 20%, they're going to take the max credit, try and just lower their loan amount as much as possible and keep their payments low. Assuming your average home, let's say 500,000 just for an easy number. If we do that math, it breaks down to about 3,000 borrowers, people that can get these kind of loans. It's limited funds. They probably won't add any. And some homes might be bigger and take up more of the credit, and some might be smaller, but 3,000 is where I see it going. So if that's something that fits you or you know someone that it's going to fit, we should hop on it while we have it. It's take advantage while you can. There's other programs, but this one seems to be the real deal when it comes to down payment assistance and really helping people get into homes. So.
Yeah, no, that makes it. Yeah, I think if this is something you need to use, jump on it now because it's not going to last. Yeah.
Yep.
Makes a lot of sense.
3,000, the whole state goes real quick.
Yeah. No kidding. With that being said, is there how long does it take usually for the state to approve somebody for programs like this?
Usually it's really quick, actually.
Okay.
So the process is you fill out an application, you get pre-approved, and then for me, I would reserve your funds is how that goes.
Okay.
So you have to lock them in for a certain period of time and then home shop during that. Usually it's about 90 days is your lock, your funds, and then your rate lock would be about 30 days once you get into contract. And they close really quickly. They're actually really pleasant loans to do.
Okay.
And escrow is really nice and smooth.
That's good. Yeah.
Yeah, less hiccups, the better for everybody involved, right?
Well, I was going to say something the state government actually manages to pull off smoothly, but
hey, don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. Knock on wood.
Good deal. All right. Well, cool. Yeah, that's an awesome rundown for the program. Thanks for letting me join you and for running that down for everybody so that we can kind of get people taken care of that can use this program.
Yeah, I'm excited, and I have a couple clients already kind of getting interested in getting their foot in the door with getting pre-approved and ready to buy, and they're excited. It looks like we're going to have a really good summer of people getting the home they want.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we're working with a client together that's super excited about this. So
yeah, I'm excited. We'll see what happens. I think what is that next month?
Yeah,
well,
I think it'll
May. We'll see it in May.
Yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good. All right, awesome. Well, thanks so much, Jack. I don't really have any other questions for you.
Awesome.
So thanks a lot.
Perfect. Great to see you, Jay, and we'll talk soon.
Yeah, you too. Bye-bye.
Bye.